So this is the U1 e-bike by a company called iScooter. I've been trying this out for the past week or two now, and I've been really impressed. Now this comes in two colors, in black and white. I have the one here in black, and also this comes roughly around £400. So make sure to check the link for the latest pricing information and all of the key specs that I may not get to cover in this video. So if you're in the market for a brand new e-bike, definitely consider this as one of your options. I think it's great value for money. Now in terms of the key specs, I'm bringing them up on your screen now. So make sure to pause the video if you just want to read all of the key specs that are listed here. So this does say that it does go up to a maximum amount of 40 miles in range, which I think is absolutely brilliant. However, you will only get that 40 miles if you are only using the pedal assist on level 1, and very rarely. If you're on level 3 and you're using the pedal assist as well as the throttle, and you're consuming all of the battery, which you can keep track of on the digital display, then you're probably going to get around the 10 to 15 miles of range. So that's something just to be aware of, that if you are going to be riding this on full throttle all the time, then don't take that 40-mile range as a guarantee of something that you may get. Having said that, let's go ahead and take a closer look of all the different parts, and then we'll take it out for a ride and test out the performance. So starting off with the wheels, these are 14-inch tires, and they're just under 2-inch thick as well. So it's really good for both on-road and off-road surfaces, and we will be testing that out when we do take it for a ride. It was very easy to set up as well. It didn't take me that long, maybe about 10 minutes. Most of the parts are already pre-assembled, and we'll talk through that as well. You have yourself the tail lights, you've got the suspension just there. Pedals, you just have to attach them. They are labeled right and left. The long bar in the center, this is the battery. You do charge it from this little flap here. You open up, then you enter your DC charger right there. These are all the components for the handlebars. So you have your digital display, we'll turn that on in a second. You've got yourself the bell and the throttle there. I'll also put a link in the description below of the setup guide. It's about a 3.5 minute video. It's very easy to follow. It does come with an instruction manual with the step-by-step instructions on how to assemble it. But essentially, you just need to put on the front wheel, which was detached in the box. Then you put on the handlebars, the pedals, and the seat, and pretty much you're there. Now they do have these two mud guards as well to protect from any rain, water, or dust, or mud, or anything like that getting onto your wheels and the components. But overall, it's a very simple setup. Now you can see the height of the bike is actually pretty low. The ideal height for the person that's suitable to ride this low riding bike here is roughly around 150 to 185 centimeters and a maximum payload of 120 kilograms. So you can convert that into your own metrics, but if you fit maybe outside of any of those categories, maybe this is not the bike for you. But that should be able to consider maybe, more than 95% of people. And it's a very portable, easy to fold bike that you can take with you in your commutes or just around town. Maybe you want to go grab some groceries. It's just really easy to ride this bike. It's so easy to get on, it's so easy to get off. So we'll go ahead and turn this on, and I'll show you a little bit about the digital display. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn on the bike. You hold down the M button there in the middle. Right, so with the plus icon, if you press this once, you'll see it's level 1 for the pedal assist, level 2 and level 3 is maximum. Battery level right there, you can press minus, levels go back down. When it's on 0 and there's nothing there, then it's a manual ride. If you hold down the plus button, this will turn on the headlight and the tail light, and I'll showcase that in a second. If you press the M button, this switches the digital display down here between the odometer, trip, vol, current, and T1. I'll bring up a screenshot right now of what all of these modes mean. You can take a look and just pause the video if you want to learn a little bit more about what these are, and then you can just select which one is your preference when you are riding the bike. So it's very simple. Let's go ahead and turn on the headlights, and I'll showcase how bright these actually are. Okay, so holding down the plus button, and there you go. When it is very dark, these do bright up the road in front of you. They do illuminate your path very well. And likewise with the tail light, it's a very bright red, so you should be able to get seen clearly by any drivers or other pedestrians that are on the road. Now, in addition to those lights, you also have these reflectors on the wheels as well, so you are very easily seen when you are driving around at nighttime. And just to show you the throttle, I'm going to put this on to level 2. Just lift the back wheel, press the throttle, and then I just press the brake. And the final thing before we take it out for a ride is the bell that comes with it, just to show you how loud that is. So you just press it down once, it kind of flicks it into the bell, and that can be heard by everyone. And just a couple of final bits. The seat is adjustable in heights. So if you open the latch, you can twist this to any certain height that you want, and then you lock it in place and it should be very solid. And you have these measurement marks on the handle when you are raising the seat as well, just to make you remember the exact and ideal perfect height for when you need to ride the bike next time. Now this is a folding e-bike. This doesn't fold in half like traditional folding bikes that you may see people on the train with, for example. It's just the handlebar that will fold down. And again, there's a little switch that you pull up, then you open the latch, and this comes down like this. So you can move this around as well, the wheel will move with it, and then you can use that to then place into the boot of your car. Now I know some people may not consider this as kind of like the ideal folding scenario, because it is just a handlebar that folds and nothing else, but I've been able to very easily put this into the boot of my car by putting the handlebar down, because the size of the bike itself is actually quite small and compact, which actually makes it a folding e-bike. So for me, you know, that is also quite important, especially if you are going to take this on your journeys, whether that be in a car or you're going to take this onto a train for your commutes to work. So let's put this back up. Very easy to lock it into place, and it's just as quick and easy to use as that. So now let's go ahead, go for a ride, test out the performance and see how well this e-bike works. I have to say, I've had a lot of fun riding this bike. It feels very sturdy and strong riding on the roads, and whether I'm using the pedal assist or full throttle, I felt really secure. Part of the secure feeling came from knowing that the tyres are thick enough to be able to handle pretty much any type of surface I'm riding on, whether it be smooth roads, uneven paving with gravel, and even on rougher grassy areas. I had a drive through the woodlands and I had no problems no matter what surface I came across. Now this is not classified as an off-road bike. It's more suited for urban or city riding, which make this a perfect ride to get around town or even on commutes. The seat is comfortable enough to be able to have those long rides, but I did notice that the seat does twist a little bit if you really pivot your legs to one side, but not to the point it disturbs your ride, and you just have to make sure that the locking mechanism is very tight and secure. But nonetheless, because of the suspension on a low riding e-bike like this, it works very well, so you don't feel the bumps in the road that much. When it comes to braking, both the front and rear brakes perform very well, and I can definitely stop fairly quickly in case of an emergency without losing any control. When I'm ready to take the bike with me in my car, I just have to fold down the front handle, lower the seat to its lowest point, and then squeeze the bike into the boot of my car. Now I have to mention, I have an SUV here, so I have a lot of boot space and it only just about fit. So smaller cars or coupes, I'm pretty sure this bike would struggle to fit in my honest opinion, so just bear that in mind. And finally, the lights are bright enough to be seen clearly by other drivers and pedestrians at night, which is a big must-have when it comes to safety and security if driving in low visibility. Okay, so just wrapping up with my final thoughts. This bike is not only great for adults, I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun to use by kids and teenagers as well. So if you have families, a lot of people in your family can actually use this e-bike. The design of this, the low ride, the thick tires, it just gives you a really great combination of using this bike in multiple different scenarios, whether that be it for commuting to work or just going to the park on the weekends. If you just want to use it on manual mode, this is a really great workout as well when you do go for long rides. And whatever the purpose you need the e-bike for, definitely consider this as an option. Now I would also have to say, on their website, with the battery, it does say it maxes out after around 800 charges. So you just have to be aware of, see how much that may last you, how often you're going to ride the bike, how often you're going to deplete the battery, and take those into consideration. Last but not least, one thing I would mention is about the weight. Now it does say it's around 23 kilograms in weight. However, if you are going to take this in your commute to work, and sometimes you have to carry it onto a train, or maybe you have to go up some steps at the train station, or by the time you get to your office, you have to carry this up some steps to your desk. I feel like this is not as lightweight as some people may consider, or as they've advertised. It is pretty heavy, so you know, unless you go to the gym very often and you work out, and that type of weight is very easy to manage. If you're just going to put it into your car, that's absolutely fine. Now, I'm not saying this is a very heavy e-bike because it is quite small and it is quite compact. It's very easy to manage. I can just hold it from the front handle with my hand at the back and just take it with me like this. But probably going to get tired after about a minute of holding it like this. If you think you're going to need to carry it for more than that, then just be aware you may need to place it down, take a break. And I've seen other reviews online for this bike also mentioning about the weight as well, and perhaps the scenario they were in, they needed to carry it for quite lengthy periods on and off. But apart from all of that, if everything I've mentioned is okay with you and you can manage that, then this is a really great option. Make sure to check out the link if you are considering buying a brand new e-bike. This is so much fun to use and I'm sure you're going to be happy with it. As always, if you do have any other comments about this e-bike, drop them down below. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this review, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all next time.